Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Stories with Emily Who. That's me. And I have been loving coming on Instagram every single Saturday for ages now and reading a story for you, and I really hope you've been enjoying it too. Today is going to be my last one for a little while. I'll definitely bring back Saturday Stories soon. So I'm really extra excited that you're here this morning for this last, for the moment, Saturday Stories. So for this special occasion, I thought I'd read you one of my favourite stories. And maybe you know it. It's called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And I really like it. And so I thought I would share it with you. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who had long fair hair. That must be why she's called Goldilocks. Oh, everybody called her Goldilocks, and she lived in a house on the edge of the wood. Early one morning, Goldilocks set off for a walk in the spring sunshine. She took a different path to her usual one, and soon she got a bit lost. But Goldilocks walked on, enjoying the fresh air and humming to herself. Look at all those beautiful spring flowers. Oh, and Goldilocks has her friend with her, her little teddy bear. After a while, she saw a house in the distance. It was shaded by some trees. Smoke was drifting from the chimney, and she wondered who could live in this house. Cabbages and lettuce were growing in a small vegetable patch out the front. Goldilocks decided to explore, so she hurried over to the house, and the door was unlocked. What Goldilocks did not know was that the house belonged to 3 bears. There was a huge father bear, a medium-sized mummy bear. There they are. There's the daddy, there's the mummy, and a little baby bear. And she's got her tiny teddy bear. Can you imagine going to a house where bears live? Every morning, the bears cooked some porridge for their breakfast. Then they would go for a walk in the morning sun until the porridge cooled down. And this morning, Goldilocks arrived just as they left through their back door. As she went in, Goldilocks saw a table laid for 3. There was one large bowl of porridge, one medium-sized porridge, and one little bowl. Goldilocks felt a bit hungry, so she sat down by the biggest bowl and tasted the porridge. Oh, it was far too hot. Then she tried the medium-sized bowl. But that was too sweet, so she began to eat from the little bowl. And that tasted just right. She ate, and she ate, and she ate, and she ate, and she ate it all up. Delicious. Oh, I wonder if her teddy bear's having any too. And look, the bears must have a pet cat. Feeling braver, Goldilocks went into the next room and found 3 chairs. 1, 2, 3. One was a tall, sturdy chair, one was a medium-sized, squishy chair, and one was a small cane chair. Goldilocks climbed into the biggest chair. Oh, it was much too high. Then she sat in the medium-sized chair, but that was too low. Then she tried the smallest chair and thought it was just right, just like the porridge, But when she leant back, whoop, she fell through the seat. Oh dear. Now, Goldilocks felt very sleepy after eating all that porridge. So she went upstairs to the bedroom. There she found a big brass bed, a medium-sized feather bed, and a very small wooden bed. First she laid on the biggest bed, but it was very hard. Then she got into the medium-sized bed, but that was too soft and she sank into the feathers. Then she tried the tiny bed. She found it was exactly the right size. It was so comfortable that she fell asleep. Here she is trying the big bed. There's the medium-sized bed on that side. And then the perfect-sized bed. Meanwhile, the bears were enjoying their walk in the woods. Soon they decided that their breakfast must be cool enough to eat, so they set off back home. They thought about that delicious porridge that was waiting on the table, and they looked forward to tasting it. But when they got home, they were surprised to find the door wide open. Surely they'd not left it like that. As they walked in, the big gruff bear said, he noticed the spoon standing in his porridge. "Oh, who's been eating my porridge?" he growled in his deep voice. Then the medium-sized mother bear saw the spoon by her bowl. "Oh, well, who's been eating my porridge?" she asked. Then baby bear saw his empty bowl. "Who's been eating my porridge? Someone's eaten it all up," he squealed. The bears searched the next room. The father bear stared at his chair. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" he grunted. "Who's been sitting in my chair?" said Mother Bear. Who's been sitting in my chair? And who's broken it into bits?" Oh dear. The three bears stomped upstairs into their bedroom. "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" "Who's been sleeping in my bed?" I know who's been sleeping in my bed, because she's still there," he cried, pointing at his pillow. And Goldilocks woke up with a fright. Poor Goldilocks was so surprised to find three bears staring at her. She leapt from the little bed, which she had been so snug, ran down the stairs as fast as her legs could carry her. She dashed out of the door and ran all the way home. And the three bears never saw Goldilocks again. Although maybe she should go back, bring them some porridge, and say sorry. Can you imagine what different animals might live in houses and what kind of food they might eat for breakfast? Maybe they eat toast. I love toast. And actually, I have a new song all about toast that's coming out in my next album, which is going to be released pretty soon. Can't wait to share those songs with you. And I can't wait to read more stories with you very soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.